MediGroup Physician Services presents MediGroup's Frank's Fast Five with Healthcare Executives, produced by Bridget Wilson and Carrie Peters. Today's guest is Susan Labadie, President of Cerrozone. Now here's your host, MediGroup's Frank Gillespie.
Well, nice to be with you again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of MediGroup's Frank's Fast Five. Today, I have the privilege of sharing in some conversation with Susan Labadie, President of Cerrozone. Cerrozone is a contracted supplier of MediGroup offering best-in-class air purification technologies. Breathing clean air shouldn't be a luxury, as once quoted by Susan. Susan, it's an honor and welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Frank.
Well,
Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's very nice to have you. It's awesome to meet you too. This was my first opportunity to meet you in person, and it's an honor. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Frank.
You're quite welcome. Well, Susan, I promised you I wouldn't waste your time, so I'm going to just jump right into these questions, if that works for you.
Perfect, Frank. Let's go.
Well, thank you. Susan, can you tell us a bit about your background in the healthcare industry and your overall role at Cerrozone?
So I'm president here at Cerrozone, responsible for sales, operations, and growth. My background is manufacturing and general management, including a prior manufacturing role creating medical products for mastectomy patients. Came to Cerrozone from another Marmon Berkshire Hathaway company, and actually part of a healthcare family. Many nurses, a physician's assistant, and an administrator. So I'm excited to be able to provide products that make a difference in the lives of healthcare professionals and patients. And the indoor air quality is our team's passion, Frank. We're working every day to provide state-of-the-art technology to the people that need it most, from seniors with emphysema to young cancer patients to that laboratory worker testing time-sensitive samples while exposed to chemicals. We want to enhance and improve the quality of their lives. And for those of you in healthcare, that means delivering products that protect patients and staff, providing peace of mind and confidence that the air they're breathing is fresh, safe, and healthy.
Absolutely. And you have quite a range of products at Cerrozone as well. And that was one of the things that attracted MediGroup to having a discussion with your organization. So Susan, and you did just a little bit there, but can you share some background information related to Cerrozone and its products? A little bit about how the history perhaps.
So the Cerrozone product is relatively new patented technology, and we feel like it's more important than ever. The quality of the air we breathe has never been more critical. Pollution, wildfires, industrial accidents, we're all at risk at one time or another. And Cerrozone offers a solution to that. So we're thrilled to be able to bring this state-of-the-art patented process to the market. Like I said, this is brand new technology, countless applications to mitigate airborne dangers. And it's been rigorously tested for efficacy and safety. And we've been going through that process over the last 2 years. And with innovation, Marmon and Berkshire Hathaway are setting a new standard for a healthier and safer future. So Cerrozone has a sealing unit, a portable mini, and a large mobile unit that are FDA 510K approved and validated by third parties for their efficacy. And they're brought to the MediGroup members by your local MedPro representative.
We've had great experience in working with MedPro in the past as well, so that's a great match for the relationship between our two organizations. So thank you, Susan, for that background. And Susan, how do you think your products will benefit the members of MediGroup, just in general? I think they sort of speak for themselves a little bit, but how do you think that they'll benefit the members of MediGroup overall?
Well, think about doctor's office, urgent cares, emergency room, even dialysis and treatment centers. Our product offers full spectrum protection. That's dangerous VOCs, that's odors, in addition to viruses, bacteria, mold, and fungus. And we do all that on the first pass. So think of the deep south where we are, or the Northwest, or areas where they have issues with mold and fungus. We can help healthcare facilities get the upper hand in maintaining the highest standards of cleanliness. So we can offer full spectrum protection. I talked about VOCs, bacteria, odors, and viruses, not trapping them, eliminating them. So scientifically proven solution. We're using this new technology to sanitize the air without a secondary byproduct with a level of safety that's unprecedented. And again, we talked about we're FDA fully approved, 510K, class 2 device. We're also the first air treatment system to meet or exceed the new ASHRAE 241 standards for indoor air that have just been published by Washington. And it's easy to install and operate. A professional just plugs it in. It can run 24/7, even when people are present in the room.
Man, that's fantastic. And Susan, looking towards the future, I mean, all of those things are relatively new in the industry. So what's next, though, in air purification and for Cerrozone?
So we'll be relaunching our product under the CereneAir brand name to help give a wider spectrum of people awareness about the benefits of the technology. And in the near term, we're going to turn our attention to the home market to provide support to those at-risk individuals and people who want to control their air.
Sure.
Because the ability to eliminate and not just filter those dangerous pathogens, we think is going to result in a new industry standard. And the Meta Group members are dedicated to improving lives, and we here at Cerrozone share that commitment to people.
Absolutely, and that's evident in everything that we've dealt with thus far as it relates to Cerrozone in terms of your contracting team and the folks we work with, yourself. So we've had a wonderful experience, and I know our members will absolutely have the same thing. So Susan, you've been fantastic. I appreciate this. We promised you wouldn't waste your time, and I thank you very much for the time today. Last question, just a little bit of fun. Are there any special hobbies you might like to share with the audience?
Well, I'm fortunate, like you, Frank. I live in Florida in a small town that actually goes back to 1686 when it was first settled by the Spanish.
Wow.
As a great downtown and a historic district. And my family and I take old, dated, rundown properties. We bring them back to life and create beautiful spaces for seniors to age in place.
Oh, that is fantastic.
We also support our community. So we have a history with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. And here in our town, we're committed to providing opportunities for kids despite their family situation. Safe spaces, support, and encouragement of the local clubs makes a big difference in these kids' lives. And I'd recommend everyone to make an effort to support their local clubs and know that you're investing in the future of those kids.
That is so awesome. God bless you. That's just wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing that. That's just awesome. You're giving back to the community. Susan, it's been a pleasure and it's been an honor to meet you. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. And honest to goodness, we look forward to working with you in Cerrozone as we move forward.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate you making a time for us to share the benefits of Cerrozone with the Meta Group members. So thank you.
You're quite welcome. Have a great rest of the week. And again, it was nice to meet you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
This has been Meta Group's Frank's Fast Five with Healthcare Executives, produced by Bridget Wilson and Carrie Peters, and hosted by Frank Gillespie. Special thanks to Susan Labadie, President of Cerrozone. This has been a presentation of Meta Group Physician Services.